जी साहब काफ़ी अरसे तो करने पे काफ़ी क्या हिम्मत है काफ़ी अपने साल देते ना मेरे डेकेड्स 10 साल 20 साल इस चीज़ा विच वॉलंटरी के बंदे ने सपोर्ट करने सा या हक निकल करने सा काफ़ी किया था अस भी 1-2 साल हो गए कोशिश करने पे कि क्या नाम है बंदे की मालूमात देवां कि ये गल होनी पी है किस ना कोई रेजोल्यूशन करना किस ना करना yeah, please do call in Radio Apni Awaz if you can. We really appreciate that, and it's interesting because this particular platform is an independent platform, and we're all doing this voluntarily. You can check our accounts. We are CIC Community Interest Company, and there's no recourse to anyone. We get a few adverts and program na guzara ho jana वो भी नाल भी माशाल्लाह we've got radio Islamic radio station which is Feast Villa that's going 24/7 radio Marfa and this is the blessing that we have we've got these are very low cost they are very low cost believe it or not
We
I
are
get
trying,
surprised कि
obviously.
किसका
people think radio station खोले आपने TV station
No,
खोले
no, बता
आपने
रहे कि खुले पैसे कमाने हो सकते ये वो अच्छा चलो आज के लोग गिव सुन दे 1-2 घंटे दे सकना ते जब कोई और बंदा वॉलंटरी कोई दे सकना 1-2 घंटे उन्हें बड़ी मेहरबानी है जब ज़्यादा घंटे दे सकना या टाइम दे सकना जो if you want to advertisement कराए जो बड़ी मेहरबानी उसी नवाजिश उसी ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਓ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਇਨਸ਼ਾਅੱਲਾ ਅੱਲਾਹ ਹੈ ਕਰਸੀ ਕਰਾ ਵਾ ਮੇਨ ਥਿੰਗ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਅਸਾਂ ਹੱਕ ਤੇ ਸੱਚ ਨਿਕਲ ਕਰਨੇ ਪਿਆ एंड जब कोई मसला होगा कोई और मसला भी होगा मतलब राफा काउंसिल नाल ये वगैरह वगैरह काउंसलर्स एमपीज ये वो उसने बारे में कल करें खुले तरीके ना ऐसा क्या नाम है डरी ना नहीं करा कोशिश करो कि
जरूरी है कि जो असी कोई
वो असा 40 साल तो ऊपर हो गया तो हूँ असा वो डरने ना है जिंदगी गुजरी गई अल्लाह has a lot and yeah please do if you have a chance ring in and I know a lot of people do support us whenever they meet us in person but don't be shy please do call in if you can but our topic today was quite interesting obviously we talked about Mipra Airport and now what's happened or what could potentially happen in India-Pakistan dispute and I'll probably obviously my question to Age is who's a respected journalist and who's been doing a lot of voluntary work, shall we say, to us. So basically, Bangladesh has that's come out better than Pakistan or Kashmir. So oh, passa ho gaya, the kind of thing, and they at the moment, shall we say. The economy is improving, they start, and they've got no issues. Whilst when they were with Pakistan, or shall we say, obviously they were in Pakistan as well, by the way, East Pakistan. So, in that sense, what you call, why is that Indian-Pakistani issue not being resolved?
Bangladesh, you got to understand that Bangladesh has been under Sheikh Hasina and the system was very pro-India.
Pro-India. I'm going to just quickly say Sheikh Hasina's father, who obviously he was very pro-Pakistan at one time. And all changed, even at the last stages, he was actually very pro-Pakistan. And the issue was with West Pakistan. And obviously generals and the politicians at the time, they handled it really, really badly. I just want to say that. But Sheikh Hasina, she's fully, obviously, father, son, daughter, father. They don't have to be on the same page. They don't have to be. They can be different. So I just wanted to make that clarification.
I think we'll have to come to that for after for another episode. क्योंकि वो भी हमारे भाई हैं जो बांग्लादेश मुसलमान हैं and they're showing the Ummah is the Muslim Ummah, the body, wherever it is feels for whatever's happening in Gaza, whatever's happening in Kashmir, whether it's in Burma or wherever suffering or struggling, where the zulm taking place, oppression is taking place, we speak out against it. But what I would say now is obviously, I think that's something that I had lastly, but we need to talk about this, which is that what is going to resolve like Kashmir. We know we've talked about independence, we've talked about going to the UN, we've talked about going to the EU, US. You know, why is Pakistan not done enough, or do you think it's done enough?
I think Pakistan, obviously, because it needs to know where it stands. It needs to know itself. I don't think it knows itself because it needs to know have its own. To have your own state, you have your own constitutions. You need to respect that, and there are boundaries. And if there are boundaries, you do not cross those boundaries. Whatever the case, if you got even though having a democratic system is probably frowned upon, especially if you wanted if a caliphate system is not a communist state, but the system that they have, they can need to best serve that, which is a capitalistic democratic state, and it needs to abide by that. And having military coups every 10 years or so is not, and it's not good. And obviously the military need to know where they stand, the politicians need to know where they stand, right? This argy-bargy is really having its effect. And Pakistan in the 60s and 70s was doing really well. Actually, just before East Pakistan became Bangladesh, they're doing really well. They should have kept our momentum going, and it would have been a stronger state. Because at that time it was difficult, but now it's obviously with flights and this stuff, it's better. It's so easy, and if they were united, the chances of Pakistan keeping Kashmir would have been higher. At the current time, that's what I'm saying. The way it looks like, if it wasn't for China, I think India would try to invade. I think so. We have to be grateful to the friends that we have. I think some people are saying Turkey will help. They've never helped in the past. In words, they might help, and definitely don't expect anything from the Arab world. You should know that from what's happening in Palestine. So the Arab world are actually very pro-Indian. Actually, I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
They're very pro-Indian. They've got business links, strong business, and we don't want to stop that. But but you need to know that this is the fact, and you need to try resolving your issues.
And the final, obviously, it's a question to both of us. Will Pakistan go to war with India, or will India attack Pakistan in a war? Will there be a conventional war, not small war we're talking about? Because that's always, skirmishes are already happening, for days now on the line of control in Indian from Indian side, and replies are being given from the Pakistani side. This is what news is coming to us. But do you expect a war to take place?
But if it's not now, there's definitely going to be a war in the future. There could be a mini war in the next couple of weeks, or they're going to do some kind of attack. But in the future, there will be a war, because once the issues are not resolved, there is war. And we've got Russia, who has they've got a land of miles away from. I think it's Kaliningrad, which is near. Is it Denmark or something? But it's away from from
Yeah.
Russia. They've got control. We've got Britain thingy. So they've got their own. I think if people should be calling for a united Pakistan, or Bangladesh, try to unify Bangladesh. Is that a possibility? Probably not. I think once you don't have that desire. Obviously, this was Muhammad Ali Jinnah's dream, for this to happen. But they've at the moment they've totally messed it up. But they can save face by having control over Kashmir, and if they lose Kashmir, Pakistan unfortunately is going to be in dire straits. It's not going to be, the outlook doesn't look good. So they have to have Kashmir. But if Kashmir becomes independent, which is if it becomes independent, that would be better for the region. There will be peace. They need to sign a peace treaty, and they need to, have work with India and Pakistan.
I don't think you could expect these governments to start to solve any of these problems. These governments are not independent. They are. I'm talking about Pakistan and Indian government. They're under the they are under the influence of America. So whatever happens in that region is what interests or what strategic aims that the Americans have, and the Americans' aims are to counter China using India, and to weaken Pakistan. This is one of the stated what we can see from the reality. So with that, I think maybe you can do a summary of what I'll ask Ahmad to do a summary of what we
I'll do a very quick summary, because I think when we talk about do a summary, we will get sidetracked. But yeah, the summary is at the moment nothing's major happened. Obviously, the majority of the pressure is going from India, and Pakistan is taking it easy, and they are playing it well. But I think similar to, they're doing exactly the same what they did with what Imran Khan did. Shahbaz Sharif is doing the same. He's trying to say call an independent investigation, and hopefully it might work this time. The last time obviously was a bigger attack, I think, when it was against military personnel. This time it's against tourists, and so you never know. But I think now that Modi said it, he's going to give a harsh response. I think there will be a strong response. Hopefully no war. I think we're going to be optimistic. Hopefully no war. But once again, we need to resolve these issues. Once they're not resolved, they will lead to the issues. Thank you.
Yeah, and with that, we will take your permission. And we just like to say, if there's any mistakes or anything that we've said wrong, it's a coincidence, and we try to speak the haq whenever we can, and try to do with our best of ability to speak the truth. And what is going on, like we've discussed, this is analysis. It's what's going on, what we think is going on, what is our solutions, and we have to always think obviously of what is going to solve the problems of the world, which ideology is going to be. We can talk about these things, and inshallah, with that I will close the show today. Inshallah, we'll bring you another episode next Sunday at 1 p.m. Assalamu
alaikum.